Right, hi everybody, I'm going to show you how to make a windmill card, like this. So this card, obviously, I'm not sure whether this is going to be upside down for you guys, but that's what it looks like. Now, the card I'm making, I'm going to use double-sided card instead of using card blank. But basically, if you want to make a card similar to this one, then you can use a normal square card blank in order to make it. Okay, so I'm going to start with a 12 by, oh, wrong way. I'm going to start by a 12, a 6 by 12 piece of paper, piece of card. And it's double-sided cardstock. What you want to do is, if you're doing this method, you want to fold your cardstock in half, which basically will then create a 6 by 6 card blank. Next, what you want to do is, on your card front, you want to draw a very light line with pencil from one corner to the other. You will rub this out later. And again from the other corner to the other corner, like that. Then you want to open it out and you want to cut. I don't know if you can see the lines I've drawn, they're very faint. They're basically from the corner going down. You probably can't see it very well on the camera. Oh, you can just about see it there. So you end up with a crisscross on your card. So now what you want to do is get your ruler, and you want to make sure that you make a mark. So where the centre is, which is here, I'm going to make a mark 1 inch up, and up this side 1 inch up. And I'm going to do the same on this other line. I'm going to make a mark up this line here, from the centre up 1 inch, and from the centre up 1 inch. So you've now got, and you probably won't be able to see it on mine, but you've now got 4 little dots on your lines. Now you need to get a pair of scissors, or I'm going to use a Stanley knife for mine, and you want to cut from that dot that you did all the way to the end of your card, like that. And you want to do that on all 4 lines. So just from the dot, not from the centre, just from the dot all the way up to the end. So from the dot, which is there, up to the end. And the last one, from the dot to the centre. Now the last cut you want to do is where your side fold is here. You want to cut from the bottom up halfway up that crease. So I'm just going to measure that now. So halfway is 3 inches, which is there. So I'm going to cut up this bit here. So you cut up there like that. So that's what you end up with. Okay, now if you're using a card blank, then what you do at this point is, this is now where you're going to mat and layer your triangles. See how I've done here? I've put the pattern paper on the triangle pieces and the other side. So that's what this is what you would do now. If you're using a card blank, you would now mat and layer your coloured card, your pattern cardstock on that side and on this side. Okay, now because I'm using double-sided card, I don't need to do that step. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make a hole through this middle point, making sure we don't go through the other bit of card. Just going to do a hole like that, and I'm going to get a brad or a split pin, and I'm just going to put that through and just make sure that it's the right size hole. There we go, that fits nicely. Right, let's take that out again. Don't need that just yet. Put that to one side. Right, what I'm going to do now is take the top, so this is my card, the top corner needs to go down and over the top, like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a hole through that, like that. In fact, I think I should do that on all of them. So that's the corner I want, so I'm making a hole through it. Then this is the next corner that I want, that's going to come over, so I'm just going to make a hole through that. This is my next corner that's going to come over, so I'm going to bring it over and I'm going to make a hole through that. You don't want to go too near to the edge, because if you go too near to the edge you'll end up going through the paper. And then this is my next hole, bring it in. Oh, I need to go a bit further up here, so just cut a bit further, so a bit more than halfway then. Maybe 2/3. Yeah, 2/3 looks good. Okay, and to make a hole. Right, and then you start collecting up your windmills. So, this one goes in, that one goes on top, that one goes on top, and that one goes on top again. And there's your windmill. So if we start with this one, thread that through there like that. There we go. And then we thread this one through. And then we thread this one through. And then we thread this one through. And then, with that all threaded through, we thread it through the bottom hole. So you see at the bottom, we're going to thread that through, as you can see. Up there. So I'm threading it through there. And then I'm going to turn it over and spread my split pin out at the back. Now I will probably cover that with a sticker or something, so then you haven't got a sharp bit. But then there is your card. Let me just flatten it out a little bit. Okay, so there's your card. And that's how you make a pinwheel card. Now obviously, if you use a card blank like I have here, it's a bit more stable, so the front cover here is not wanting to bow and twist, okay? Whereas on this one's wanting to bow and twist a little bit, but it's just because I haven't got the depth of card on the card blank, so that's why that's wanting to do that. But that's how you make a windmill card. Hope you have a go.